We've all heard it, the MCU has fallen off since Endgame, and according to Marvel's marketing, even they believe it.
It's the best Marvel movie since Avengers Endgame.
But from the emphasis of characters like Captain Marvel and Miss Marvel and the Marvels, it's been hard to escape criticisms that the MCU has become too woke. Andy Emily isn't here today. This week's video is hosted by yours truly, BEEROTICA. I'm called BEEROTICA because I've been told that my takes sound like an alcoholic's erotica. I don't know what either of those two words mean. I'm pretty sure it's a fucking Harry Potter spell or something. That's why today we're gonna dissect and conclude how woke every multiverse saga project has been, and therefore how woke the MCU has become, and therefore prove how BEEROTICA is always right. First, we've got WandaVision. It's hard to argue that this show could be woke in any way, but I beg to differ. Because I think we're all thinking the same question when I ask this. Why is a woman the main character? I mean, it's woke enough that this Wanda character almost took out Thanos by herself and now she gets her own show? And plus, the show's all about some emotional feminist bullshit like grief or something? Ew! And of course, when they have a regular white guy in the show, he's covered in prosthetics and makeup and CGI. Pathetic, Disney, pathetic. WandaVision gets a 7 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. Next, we have Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Let's address the obvious here. One half of our protagonist is pure woke propaganda. I mean, for fuck's sake, this show is meant to be about the legacy of Captain America and we turn it into some inclusivity bullshit? Only Disney would take such an interesting concept and instead focus on a character who's a physically disabled old guy. Like, yeah, we get it, he has a prosthetic arm and that can be cool. Stop trying to shove this whole pro-disability shit down my throat. Oh yeah, and they make the straight white family man to be one of the bad guys of the show. Okay. Falcon and the Winter Soldier is definitely a 6 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. Next we have Loki. Wow, 3 TV shows in a row. Disney really thought that this cascade of woke slop would really set them up for success, didn't they? But finally, a good MCU project that stays away from all the political bogus that's happening in the world. But no, that's where you're wrong, because Loki might be one of the wokest shows of all time. We got Loki, the first villain powerful enough to face the Avengers as a team, getting duped by, let me check my notes here, the female version of him? Can the propaganda be any more obvious? How dare they ruin a character that I didn't care about in the first place? And of course, they confirmed that he's bisexual. Bro, no. Ruining another white male character by turning him into this travesty, implying that he kissed a man in the past? Loki is high-key a 10 on the woke scale, and if you disagree with me, you're wrong. Black Widow, finally. A film with just white people, thank God. I mean, to be honest, I didn't really see anything woke about Black Widow. Kidding! Got you, didn't I? You mean to tell me that they turned Taskmaster into a woman? The only tasks that this woman should be mastering is making sandwiches for me and my anti-woke bros, okay? Other than that, we got a few hot white women in this movie, so that brings down the wokeness to a 3. Marvel's What If. God damn it, don't even get me started. More like, what if the writers couldn't write a good script? Boom! BEEROTICA got it. But as a professional opinion on anything woke and bringing down anything relating to women or queer people or ethnic people, I have something to say. On behalf of all the anti-woke critics in the world, we would all love to be pegged to shit by Captain Carter. Hashtag pegged by Peggy. And on behalf of all my anti-woke soldiers, I have to say that we love this idea so much that we're willing to gloss over the fact that this show had an original Native American character, which is like the wokest thing you can do ever. So for inspiring the fantasies of us anti-woke bros to get pegged by a big buff woman, this is a 1. Chang Leching of Chen, what the fuck is this title? Listen, we all know that Marvel doesn't like giving any non-white male leads in their movies a romantic subplot. And I say, good on them. Because for all I know, that would make them fucking gay or like, even worse, interracial. That's when they change race or something, right? But what I really love in this movie is the fight scenes, bringing back masculine energy for masculine men and masculine property. It really reminds me of those fucking Jackie Chan flips and how you flip back and forth on his support for the CCP. I'm gonna give Shang-Chi fucking, I don't know what that's called, a 5. Possibly a 4 if they chose an English name. Next we have Eternals. I don't get it. If these Eternals were made by Celestials, why wouldn't the Celestials just make them all straight white guys? BEEROTICA doesn't get it. So there are several woke issues with this movie. First of all, they make Jon Snow into a cuck. Of course they make a heroic character like Jon Snow into a cuck just because he's a white guy. Sorry, what was that? He doesn't play Jon Snow. This is an entirely different universe? Oh. Okay, so apparently he plays a character called the Black Knight. Why couldn't they call him the White Knight? Now we all know that the premier speedster in the comics is the Flash, and it's pretty clear to me that they only included Makari in this movie to embarrass the Flash character, who is a straight white male, by the way. I mean, they got Makari doing all sorts of shit to make her the coolest speedster to ever be put on a live action screen. And to really put more salt in the wound, she's a woman and not white and deaf. Goddamn liberals' wet dream, am I right? Is there anything else woke in this movie? Nothing BEEROTICA wouldn't do himself. This is a 4. Hawkeye. Marvel really loves some fucking deaf people, huh? So not only do they make a masculine character like Hawkeye deaf in 1 year, but they make him basically useless without a female? And not only that, but they introduce another deaf character into the MCU who's not a male and not white. What is this, Disney? Pitch Imperfect? Why are you trying to make Hawkeye woke? Terrible show, infested with wokeness, so woke they even brought in Florence Woke to make it even more woke. Hawkeye is a 9 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. They missed with this one. Spider-Man No Way Home. Spider-Man No Way Home is actually BEEROTICA's dad's favorite movie, especially the part about having no way home. This movie is so goddamn woke, it's insane. So people thought that Aunt May was too hot in this universe, so they had to kill her off. BEEROTICA doesn't like that. And then they make Spider-Man cry? You're trying to make him a little bitch or something? Dude, everyone knows that men don't cry. Oh, and of course they had to make fun of Alex Jones, right? Why? Because he's white and is right? Disgraceful. Spider-Man No Way Home is an 8 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. Or should I say, woke way home? Or should I say, no woke home? Or should I say, no way woke? Boom! BEEROTICA got him. Next we have Moon Knight. So we have a Guatemalan Cuban actor playing a Jewish character, and we have an Egyptian Palestinian actress as a female lead, and the bad guy, hear me out on this, is a white guy. What is this, some sick woke joke? And no, the attractiveness of either of the main characters will not distract me from the fact that they refuse to show any of the real violence that any real man would want. Instead, we got scenes talking about trauma and abuse, and oh my god, what is this shit? Real men don't show emotion, real men suck it up. Moon Knight will sit at a 7 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. Or should I call this America Chavez, Multiverse of Chavez. Someone check on Marvel's role in the Epstein Islands, because it seems like they're trying to make a habit of making everything about young girls. And if Marvel is linked to the Epstein Island, shit, well, they got my vote next election. And Wanda, why are we making her an evil mastermind? Women can't be evil masterminds. And the fact that they made her strong enough to kill the Illuminati, do we need a reminder that women characters can be strong? You know where the word strong comes from? The Latin word stron, which means male leader. Therefore, to have a strong female character goes against Latin society. And I don't know about you, but I don't feel like offending Mexico. BEEROTICA says that Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness is an 8 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. If you weren't sure about Marvel's woke agenda, you'll be sure after watching this woke slop known as Miss Marvel. Not only is the main character a teenage girl, but she also has nice friends and a loving family. Who is meant to relate to this? Who? This is so unrealistic. Like, no one has this, alright? No one has friends and family. You can't have both of them. Like, that's like having gold and diamonds with you. Like, you can't, that's so unrealistic, right? You're telling me that she has a mother who doesn't yell at you whenever you fuck something up, and she has a dad who's in her life? Who's relating? This is so unrelatable to the max. To the fucking max. This is so unrealistic. And also, this girl, she looks up to Captain Marvel, who's a woman. Who's believing this? The only time I ever look up at a woman is when I do sex, because I do like sex all the time. Like, I love doing sex, like getting naked and stuff and doing all the sex moves. I banged like 10 chicks last night. Like, I do sex all the time. Like, trust me, I do sex. Anyway, Miss Marvel is a 1 on the wokeness scale because I didn't actually watch it because I heard of how damn woke it is. Thor, Love and Thunder. There has never been a moment more embarrassing than when Marvel gave the title of Thor to a woman. Second most embarrassing moment has to be when I creamed myself when I saw naked Chris Hemsworth in the theaters. I don't know why I had to mention that. These drinks are hitting me. Third most embarrassing moment has to be when they made Christian Bale into a whiny little bitch who doesn't do shit in this movie. You know he played American Psycho, right? The movie that's about why treating women like shit and making money is the best way to go about life? I mean, I'm pretty sure that's the lesson from the movie. Thor, Love and Thunder gets a 7 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. And if you think that's high, just remember that they made Valkyrie a bisexual person or queer person, or I don't fucking know. And we all know that queer people aren't real. Like, why would they even do that? It's just woke for no reason. She-Hulk attorney at law. Let's talk about this. Listen, She-Hulk isn't woke. In fact, BEEROTICA says that there's nothing wrong with She-Hulk. The only woke scene in this whole show is when that guy really wanted to get Hulk smashed by She-Hulk because, dude, who would want a giant lady to bang the shit out of them? That's so embarrassing. Like, no one wants that. Am I right? Like, no one would want that. Right? I mean, hypothetically, if a woman the size of She-Hulk came into my life, I think I speak on behalf of all anti-woke bros here, we would have to relinquish control every once in a while because we control so much of our life because we're so masculine. So, you know, you can't hold on all the time and you just gotta let go. I mean, it's not like I fantasize about being dominated by a woman 24/7 because I don't know how to talk to one and because my life is falling apart, so I desire some sort of emotional safety net around me to tell me that everything is gonna be okay, and because all these fucking problems I have in my head are from unresolved issues from my childhood. Like, what the fuck, mom? Like, why would you make me do all those things? Anyways, She-Hulk is a 2, barely woke. Next we have Werewolf by Night. Being a furry is the wokest you can be, so that's a fucking 10 right there. Black Panther, Wakanda Forever. Despite Wakanda being a nation of panthers, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Shuri is the lead of this film. Last time I checked, I was watching Black Panther, Wakanda Forever, not Pink Pantheress. What are those? Boom! BEEROTICA got him. There is nothing more humiliating to a man than watching a woman beat a man in a fight, especially if the man is meant to be some sort of fucking sea god with wings on his ankles. This is all part of Disney's woke agenda. Disney's plan to get rid of all male leads. Disney, you want a real lead? Cast BEEROTICA. BEEROTICA's got this. The only thing that brings this movie down on the woke scale is Letitia Wright's skepticism on COVID vaccinations. Thank God, someone who doesn't blindly trust what science and research says. You're just gonna blindly trust the government? Unless the government is the government that I voted for that deprives poor people of food and drives up inflation for the average consumer, I ain't trusting shit. Wakanda Forever is a 4 on the woke scale. Or should I say, Wakanda Forever. Boom, BEEROTICA got him. The Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. How is there not a villain or a single fight scene in this entire thing? The only thing James Gunn gifted us here is a pile of wokeness. This is a 9 on the BEEROTICA woke scale. Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantumania. So not only did they have to throw in the Wasp in the title to dilute the white man, but they also have to throw in Cassie Lang in this movie. The fuck? And listen, I'm not ageist, but I hate old people. Why are there so many old people in this movie? Why can't we just have 5 Sydney Sweeneys, huh? It's like they thought that anyone other than me was gonna watch this movie. If there was anything that Marvel wished they could minimize to the quantum realm, it would probably be the brand damage that this film left on woke and anti-woke audiences alike. This movie is a 5, a moderate 5, on BEEROTICA's woke scale. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Listen, I don't know about you guys, but when I go watch a superhero movie, I want to see a superhero movie, not an ad for Peter. I don't want a 2.5-hour flick of animals crying over other animals. I want masculine energy. Is it just me, or did they make Star-Lord into a whimpering simp just because he's male? And while I appreciate the representation, I find it personally offensive. And can we please talk about the gay propaganda in this movie? They make Groot say, "I am Groot" or "We are Groot" for the past 3 fucking movies or whatever, and suddenly at the end of this movie he says, "I love you guys?" Since when was Groot pansexual? Is anyone thinking about the kids? This line was clearly just shoved in there to make this film more woke. So we got emotional animals and we got pansexuality. Everything just leads me to believe that this was leading to bestiality. This is a 9. Secret Invasion. Funny we're talking about wokeness because I was everything but woken for this show. So not only did they put out this absolute snooze fest of a show, but it's absolutely littered with wokeness. Why is there a woman in charge of the MI6? Why is a woman the strongest character in the MCU now. Why do they have to kill off a hot woman in the very first episode? It's all propaganda. It's ridiculous. Secret Invasion has invaded BEEROTICA's work scale to an easy 10. Next, we have the Marvels. They call this movie the Marvels because it's a marvel when someone remembers what actually happened in this movie. Boom! BEEROTICA got it. Now, my anti-woke comrades have long labeled this film as the pinnacle of wokeness. But this is where I disagree. The Marvels was everything the anti-woke grifters, I mean critics needed. This movie had the lowest MCU box office of all time, and you know what that means, right? Us soldiers, we did this. We caused this evolution. We told them and we showed them that going woke does indeed mean you're going broke. We fought against Goliath, we took him down, their stock price, it tanked. Never mind, their stock price has gone up since then. Oh, I really thought we did something there. Doesn't matter, this movie is a 0 on the woke scale because it broke the woke agenda. Echo. Let me clarify this. I, BEEROTICA, respect anything to do with Native Americans and their culture. Just don't shove it in my face, don't talk about it near me, don't even mention it to me in anything I watch, and don't even come near me, because I will find that offensive to my people. If there was any MCU property to encapsulate how woke the MCU has become, it would be Echo. How do you have a protagonist who's not a man, not white, has a prosthetic leg, and is deaf? That's a fucking woke miracle. But the biggest wokeness of the show doesn't come from race or sexuality or gender or ability. No, it comes from the Kingpin's defeat. You're telling me that she defeated Kingpin by showing him memories of his shitty childhood? Who would that work on? I mean, like, how effective would that be? Like, and also, they made him into a total wokey. Like, he has a device that could translate what he says into sign language. Dude, a real man doesn't care whether he's heard or not. Echo is an 8 on the woke scale, and if you disagree with me, that's not fair. You have to agree with me. Did you even listen to what I said? Like, I'm right! Deadpool and Wolverine. Okay, so you're telling me that this Wolverine is depressed because he killed a bunch of humans who killed the entire X-Men. Not only was this Wolverine's X-Men weak as piss, but this Wolverine's such a pussy. Like, he actually cared that the X-Men died? The math says that Wolverine has been through at least 10 wars, which makes him 10 times the man, which makes him 10 times less emotional. Also, why did they make Wolverine shirtless and hold hands with another man? Disney, what is this woke propaganda? You're really turning me on. I mean, turning me off here. Also, why is there a bald woman in this? Everyone knows that women have long hair. They can't be bald. 6 on the woke scale. Agatha all along. First of all, no straight man asked for this show, so my question is, why did they make this show? I really like how in the end they revealed everything was fake and magic, because for a second, I actually believed that gay people existed. So this is like a 1. If they didn't reveal that it was all fake and stuff, it would probably be a 10, but you know, I knew all along that gay people don't exist. Like, you can't fool BEEROTICA. Captain America, Brave New World. Let's address the obvious. Captain America? Really? This is Captain America? Look at him. There's a clear difference between this Captain America and the Captain America that we actually like. You know what? I'll just say it. They'll try to cancel BEEROTICA, but the truth shall set BEEROTICA free. Under the suit and the shield and the mask, we all know that Sam Wilson can never be a Captain America because he's a natty. Everyone knows that a real Captain America should be pumped with more drugs than the street in Baltimore. Brave New World, more like Scared Natty World. That sounded funny in my head. Captain America Brave New World is a 4 on the BEEROTICA work scale. Daredevil Born Again. Okay, what I don't understand about the show is why it wants to keep having the good guys getting beat up all the time. It's ridiculous. We don't get a single win at any point, and it's kind of exhausting for the fans. Let's think about these fights. We lose to Daredevil, we lose to Daredevil and Punisher, and we lose to Punisher on his own? Bullshit. And I've also heard comparisons like, oh, okay, this guy who's clearly evil got elected to a position of power. Wow, what an obvious allegory to real life. How? What are you talking about? There was no bad guy that was elected to a position of power in this show. The only person that was elected to anything was Kingpin. Daredevil Born Again? More like Daredevil Woke Again. BEEROTICA God. That's an 8. Thunderbolts. Good God, more like Thunder Woke. Tell me why they made a woman the leader of a team with 4 white guys. Shit makes 0 sense. And you're gonna tell me that the climax of this movie is resolved through friendship? In my life, problems are only resolved in 2 ways. Fighting and sex. As in like, I fight guys, but I have sex with women. I didn't have sex with guys. And you might think that this is the first ensemble cast in the MCU to not have a black person. Nope, you're wrong, because Marvel will go to great lengths to feature any sort of black person in a Marvel movie. God damn it, this movie is woke to hell. This is a 9 on the woke scale. We're filling up this fucking board. Next, we have Ironheart. Now, if you have zero attention span like me, you've already seen the whole show through that one clip that plays before every Iron Man edit on TikTok.
Do you think Tony Stark would be Tony Stark if he wasn't a billionaire?
Let's be honest, why the fuck do we need so many Tony Stark successors in the MCU? We got Rhodey, we got Peter Parker, now we have Riri, who's definitely named after an Asian person trying to pronounce the word really. You know what, I want to thank this show for existing because it gave us a new face to use in our thumbnails, because I was kind of tired of using Brie Larson and Rachel Zegler all the time. Like, come on. We need some fresh faces. I would put the show at a 10 on the woke scale, but considering that less than half the wokies probably even saw this show, by that math, it comes down to a 5. Fantastic Four first steps. More like Fantastic Four woke steps, am I right? Boom, BEEROTICA's got him. And why I say woke steps is because why the fuck would you make Silver Surfer into a woman? It's like this movie was set in an alternate universe, so they try to change things up on purpose. Like, what? That's so fucked up. And Reed Richards, my god, not a white man anymore, and I can tell you why they did that. Because when Sue Storm fucking solo's Galactus on her own, she's no longer outshining a white man. Great move, Marvel. I see you're learning. Fantastic Four First Steps is a Fantastic Four on BEEROTICA's woke scale. Eyes of Wakanda. Same thing with Ironheart. The fact that none of these wokies even saw this show makes this less woke. The most woke aspect of the show is that they finally brought an Iron Fist into an MCU project, and it's not a white guy. In fact, the Iron Fist in this is some Asian lady. Marvel, the name's Iron Fist, not Iron Manicures. Boom! BEEROTICA got him. More like Eyes of Wakanda. Boom! BEEROTICA got him ×2. Eyes of Wakanda is definitely a 6 on the woke scale. Now, for some reason, I accidentally printed out 2 versions of Eyes of Wakanda instead of Marvel Zombies, so I just drew some red over that, and hopefully that gives the illusion that this is a Marvel Zombies poster. Ouch, my elbow. I don't know about you, but when I asked for a Marvel Zombie show, I wanted to follow characters that we actually like and were embedded in our nostalgia. Instead, we're following characters that would make the show interesting. Who asked for that? And then of course, the main villain is a woman. Surprise, surprise, another day where Marvel wants their entire male fan base to go jump off a bridge. How do you make Wanda beat Thor and a Hulk powered by Infinity Stones? It's like they want Hulk to stay a little bitch. Marvel Zombies? Is this what we're calling the people who watch this woke slop now? Boom! BEEROTICA got him! Marvel Zombies is a 5 on the woke scale. I don't fucking know anymore. And there you go, BEEROTICA's woke scale of MCU projects in the multiverse saga. Now, as you can see, they have gone extremely woke considering there is nothing below 0. That's how maths works. And last time this whiteboard was brought out, Andy made a video talking about how to ground Batman villains in brutal realism. So if you haven't seen that, check that out if you haven't already before they actually reveal who the main villain's gonna be for the Batman Part 2. And I guess Andy will see you next week. God knows if I'll ever return. Goodbye. I mean, hypothetically, and I think I speak on behalf of all anti-woke bros out there, if a woman the size of She-Hulk came into my life and wanted to bang, I'd be okay with being on the... I mean, a man should always be in control. But like, you know, maybe like by some happenstance, she gets control of me and I'm like, whoa, I don't mind this. I mean, that's what all the anti-woke stuff is about. You know, being truthful and...